Thank you, everyone. I never saw it take an hour to fill a room when everybody was just outside, but you must have been having a good time, so I'm glad you're here. And welcome to the Bloomberg New Economy. Here in Sao Paulo, we've assembled a group of more than 300 business and government leaders, and many are here from across Brazil and the rest of Latin America. We also have delegates and speakers from North America, Africa, Asia, and Europe, and many more people are watching from their home cities on the live stream. Since its beginning 6 years ago, Bloomberg New Economy project has been supported by leading companies across the globe. Their names are listed on the screen that's going to display on behind me, and we thank them for helping to make this event possible. We're also grateful for our partnership here in Brazil with the Business 20, or B20 as we call it, the official business community of the Group of 20 Nations. The B20 Summit starts tomorrow, and today is a chance to raise the curtain on what I'm sure will be a productive week. Our guiding theme for the forum is New Reality, New Rules. We're looking at the issues that divide us, issues that divide debates over development, growth, and sustainability in emerging economies and beyond. And Brazil really does offer us an ideal vantage point. Brazil is Latin America's largest economy. It's growing steadily, outpacing even the most optimistic forecasts from earlier in the year. And that's of great interest to our audience of global investors. And even more eyes will be on Brazil when the G20 nations meet in Rio next month. If you like acronyms, I have some more good news for you. At the same time that B20 and G20 are convening, preparations are well underway for COP30, the UN climate conference that will be held in Brazil next year. Brazil's climate ambitions really are something that Bloomberg Philanthropies has strongly supported at the local, state, and federal levels. In fact, just this morning, we announced our support for the new Brazil Investment Platform. It's an initiative that Brazil's government is leading to mobilize more private capital into projects that can help the country achieve its ambitious climate goals. Brazil already has the potential to become the first G20 country to reach net zero carbon emissions. This effort can help turbocharge that progress by increasing capital to decarbonize industry, boost solar and wind power, restore and renew natural ecosystems, including the Amazon, and more. Our team at Bloomberg also believes strongly in the power of cities to help lead the fight against climate change. So next month, we're supporting the gathering of the Urban 20 in Rio to help more cities accelerate climate action, and they can learn a lot from Brazil. Almost 90% of Brazilians live in cities, and the country is a clean energy powerhouse. 90% of the electricity comes from renewable sources. So the global spotlight really is on Brazil and the leadership that it's showing at a time when there are so many question marks around the world. That opening video helped paint the picture for us. Political and geopolitical instability are bringing plenty of uncertainty about the future. Governments are setting up guardrails for new technologies like AI. They're also grappling with slowdowns in economic growth, wars in the Ukraine, Sudan, and the Middle East, and on top of everything, a climate crisis that gets worse every single day. The Amazon is now experiencing an unprecedented drought and wildfires, and we've seen more extreme, deadly, and costly weather all around the world. In West and Central Africa, severe flooding has caused more than 1,000 deaths this year. In just the past month, 2 major hurricanes have devastated the United States, with losses up to $200 billion. And those are just some of the recent examples. I could go on, but I hope I've not depressed everyone with the bad news. Let me add a little more optimistic note, however, one that has the virtue of being true. And that is the economic risks that come with climate change also come with enormous economic opportunities, starting with greater investment in clean energy. And Brazil has certainly shown us that. Government leaders can help steer the energy transition, but they can't do it alone. Success requires working to increase private sector activity as well, and new partnerships with leaders in both business and philanthropy. The people in this room will be the ones to invest in and advance new technologies, create new jobs, support new coalitions across borders and across industries. And at Bloomberg, we're always looking to bring decision makers like everyone here together and provide the data and analysis that can help them navigate uncertainty and change. We also host forums like this where face-to-face conversations can lead to new partnerships and action, and that's what we hope to accomplish today. We've got an impressive list of speakers, and that includes members of the class of 2024 class of New Economy Catalysts, a diverse group of young, driven, and creative investors and entrepreneurs. They are inspiring people doing inspiring things, and I hope everyone will seek them out today and say hello. We'll also hear today from executives from some of Brazil's top companies, as well as a friend of mine who happens to be one of the world's great executives and philanthropists, Bill Gates. We'll have a conversation with Bloomberg's editor-in-chief, John Micklethwaite, who is sitting right here in the row beaming. He gave a seminal interview with Donald Trump last week, and they seem to like you. Yeah, I did. When I talked to Donald, he said, "Who was that guy?" No, he didn't say that. Bill Gates and his foundation have worked very closely with Bloomberg Philanthropies on a range of issues, from tobacco use and public health to climate change. And that's a great example of the power of partnerships we hope to spur more of. I will say that a good part of Bloomberg Philanthropies, and we give all of Bloomberg, the company's profits to our foundation, a good chunk of them go to places that Bill has brought to our attention and has funded himself as well. Keep in mind that we've designed this forum to be interactive, and we're not gathering as a full group. I encourage everyone to use the breakout sessions and one-on-one meetings to discuss possible areas of collaboration, and our team looks forward to hearing about the results. So thanks again for joining and for everyone's active participation. I will see everyone throughout the day. I will do my very best to say hello only once, and if I did twice, I apologize for that. As I get older, trying to remember 200 faces and names gets a little bit more difficult. At some point, I got to stop trying. But I'm honored to be here. We're thrilled that Brazil is a wonderful host for us. It's a country I've visited many times, although not for the last 4 or 5 years. But I'm glad I'm back, and it's booming. The Brazilian economy is booming, and we're glad to be part of it. So enjoy.